Good Friday morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here this morning. I love mornings, so maybe you're not excited to be up in the morning, but I love mornings, my favorite time of the day. That's why I do my lives in the morning, because if I did them at night, I would need to infuse myself with a lot of energy to have to drink an energy drink in order to be like happy enough to do a live. But I have a great project for you today, and are you ready? You probably already saw the picture if you clicked on my link. Let me set this up. So I'm gonna slide in right here. Here it is. It's this cute little tea light holder. So the little tea light fits right in the little pocket in the back. And you know, I don't know if you know this, but it is incredibly hard to come up sometimes with simple, awesome designs because sometimes designs can be really complex. But I love this one because this one's actually pretty simple to make, and I'm going to show you how to make it today. And if you love my project sheets, if you know me at all, I have a project sheet that will be coming out on Saturday for my email list subscribers. All you need to do is subscribe to my email list, and the link is down below. And on Saturday, I will be sending you that project sheet. Plus, let me reach over here and grab this project sheet I shared, or project I shared yesterday, which is a shadow box card using the same bundle. And if you love my projects and you purchase from me, I just want to share with you, I also have this adorable box that will be a tutorial that I'm going to give free to people who spend at least $15 in my Stampin' Up store with me, and they can choose one of my tutorials for free. And this one will be my newest one that I will be it will be released on Monday. I'm going to work on it this week and get it done, and it will be a PDF tutorial, step-by-step photo tutorial to make this incredible little box. It's a gift box. So it's really, oh my gosh, this box, I had this design in my head, and I think this was my fourth or fifth version of the box, and I love the design and the opening. I think it's really, really well designed. It is also a tea light holder. So if you want to, here, I'm going to stick both tea lights in here so you can kind of see what they look like. So both of them are tea light holders. But this one is also a gift box because you can put something else in here, whereas this one here is simply just a tea light holder. You just have room here for the tea light. I suppose you could actually tuck some candy back in there, but you'd have to find a way to pin it down because right now, the nice thing about this is it has this vellum window, and I don't know, my light's really bright this morning, but oh, there you can kind of see the flickering light in the background. When your room is dark or not as bright as mine is this morning, you can really see that light flickering through. That's why I created that vellum window in the background so that you can see the diffused light. It's just really beautiful. Anyway, I'm so excited about all of these projects. So I hope that you will be too. I'm going to turn off my little tea lights before I wear out the batteries on them. But just give me 1 second. Move this off to the side, move that off to the side. Let's talk about the Peaceful Nativity Bundle. It consists of the dies and the stamp set, and you will need both of these to make the projects that I've been talking about this week. You'll need both the dies and the stamp set. And the nice thing is when you buy them together as a bundle, you can save 10%. And I really like this one. There are a lot of wonderful little pieces in them. I actually didn't use all the pieces, like I didn't use the palm tree and I didn't use the little star dies, but instead of stamping and embossing the stars, you can also just use a star die. So it's a really great easy to use nativity stamp set bundle. All right, are you ready to get started? I am. So let me change over to my downward view. All right, I'm going to pop my project sheet in front of me so I can see it and follow along. So hopefully that will help you too when you're creating it, that I'm creating it in the same order. So let's start off by stamping this front piece right here. And this piece, I think, has got the most mileage out of any stamp in the piece because I really use it. And this die right here, this is really the framework for a lot of the things that I have been making. So let's go ahead and ink this up with my Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad, because I'm going to color with Stampin' Blend, so I want to use this ink or a water-based ink, because water-based inks go together with alcohol markers, and our Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this down. And typically I like to stamp and then die cut, because if something happens and I do all that coloring work and I don't get a good cut, then I'll have to color again. So in my instructions, I say stamp and then color, which actually it's easier to color when it's still on a full piece of cardstock, but I'm going to go ahead and die cut first. Just take things out of order just a wee little bit. So let's grab my piece and grab this, and I'm just going to make sure it's centered on there. I want to see all the outlines inside of on the inside of the die. Okay, I think that looks good. Put my second plate on top, hold it down with my thumb, and then I'm going to run it through. Okay. Oh, I did a good job. Look at that. So there's the piece that I need. I'm also going to need one more stable piece, and this one doesn't have to be stamped. So, and in fact, I'm going to leave it unstamped. So I'm just going to run through one blank piece. We're going to use this to back up the piece in a minute, and also give your tea light holder a little bit more stability. Okay, so throw that out, pack this back, put this away. All right, so let's color this front piece now. And you probably noticed, so the past few days I've kind of done very similar coloring. I've kept everything the same. Once I like how I color something, I tend to be a little bit boring and color it the same way, but that kind of helps me. This is Shaded Spruce Light. So just going to do kind of creating the thatched roof. It looks more like a garland than a thatched roof, but I like the green. This time of year, the greenery, it reminds me of Christmas, so maybe not authentic to the region or the style that would have been there, but that's how I want it to look. So great that I can use my imagination. And then this is the Soft Suede Light blend, and I'm going to just come in and do the beams of the stable very easily with the brush tip, using it on the side so I don't break down the tip. I like the design of this stable. I like how it looks. It looks kind of decorative too. There. Okay. So now we want to add excuse me, a window to the back of here. So I'm going to take a piece of vellum. You can barely see this, I bet. This piece measures 2 7/8 by 1 7/8. And that just fits nicely right behind here. So it just fits just perfectly. So none of it shows out on the edges. So what I'm going to do is put Tombow kind of in a line across here and up the 2 beams. Okay. And then I'm going to carefully place this on here, lining up with the bottom. Vellum's a little slidey, so that's why I'm going slowly, concentrating. When I did this, not in front of a camera, I was faster. I'm just being really delicate with it. Okay, so you can see this is what the piece looks like. So now I've got a vellum window right behind the stable that I just colored. So now we're going to add this piece to here to kind of finish off the back. Now remember, this is not symmetrical, so you want to make sure that you're gluing it so it's symmetrical. So if you do it like this, then it won't line up perfectly. So you just make sure you look, okay, that lines up. So now we need to put Tombow on this side. So just take this, put Tombow, along here. This will also give some stability to this whole piece. And when you flip over the back, it has a nice finished look to it. So I really like that. So let's go ahead and add this onto the back. And just back that up, hiding all the seams of the vellum. Okay. All right, so now we've created the front of the piece. That's all ready to go. Now let me show you how to do the back of the piece. So I'm going to use my scoring board. Let me pull that out. And I'm going to take another piece of Sahara sand cardstock. And this one measures 4 1/4 inches by 2 7/8 inches. I'm going to put the 4 1/4 inch side up at the top, grab my stylus tool, my scoring tool, and then we're going to score this piece at the 1/4 inch mark, the 1 3/4 inch mark, the 2 1/2 inch mark, and the 4 inch mark. So this piece is actually symmetrical, but later on it will not look symmetrical. And this only matters because when you are gluing this to the back, it doesn't matter which piece you're gluing to the top and the bottom. Since it's absolutely symmetrical, it won't matter. One of these sides will be towards the bottom and one of them will be the angled roof. So that's the only point that you have to kind of keep in mind so that you don't have to worry about that. All right, so now let's fold this inward along all the score lines. I'm using my bone folder to help me. And that one, last one is right here. Okay. So now we're going to bring back this piece and we're going to start off by gluing this piece down here to the bottom. Have to put Tombow on there first. but you can see how that will glue down to the bottom right there, right along the bottom like that. So I'm going to use Tombow here. Just put right along that tab end a small bead of Tombow. And then we're going to line this up right here, just right above the score line. You want to make sure that it isn't sticking out on either side, and when it looks good, you're just going to burnish it with your finger and just add that on here. Now, adhesive can show through the vellum, so I'm just going to show you right here. You can probably see that a little bit, but we're going to put the Holy Family on the front, so it's not really going to make a big you're not going to notice it, okay? So this little piece does have to happen down here at the bottom because we need to bring these two pieces together, but it probably you won't even really notice it. Okay, so then we're going to adhere this tab up to the top. So you want to make sure when you're gluing this, I'm going to do this without Tombow first so I can show you. When you're gluing this, you want to make sure you get all the way as far as you can go without showing through on the front side. So you can kind of see right here, there's two little branches that kind of stick out almost like corners before you get to these end pieces. That is what I'm kind of aiming towards, those two little corner pieces right there. You can kind of see. I just want to be just right at that point. Okay. So then what you're going to do is take your Tombow. Now you're going to do it with Tombow on there. It's always easier to try it out before you get the glue on there. So now I'm going to aim up there to those corners, pressing down, and then I'm going to walk my fingers along the seam on the inside here, pressing down. Okay, now that I've got that kind of stuck in place, I'm going to put it face down, and now I can really press down on that seam when it's face down and make sure I get a really good seal with the front. Okay, and then you can do the same for the bottom too. And so now the holder's almost done. We just need to create that family for the front. So for that, I'm going to use Whisper White cardstock. And the reason I'm going to use Whisper White, I'm going to use our regular one, not our thick, but our Whisper White cardstock is pretty thin. And what this cool thing happens when I took this into the darkest room in my house to test out the tea light holder, I found that right around anywhere where I was going really light with my marker, the light even shone through that a little bit. It was kind of cool. So you'll see that if you make one of these. So if you use our regular Whisper White, it will be perfect. So let me just ink this up and stamp it down. And I'm going to run this through the Big Shot really quickly because I don't like to take a chance of working on all that coloring only to mess up with the die cutting. And I don't mess up very often, but whenever I do, it makes me kind of sad. So let's get this on here. Let me get my little die for the nativity. And I'm just making sure I can see all the robes, the little shepherd's hook in that corner. Kind of seeing everything. Making sure it's lined up. My pointer finger is sticky. It's been Tombowed. All right, and then I'm going to put this one right on top carefully. Thumb down right on top of that die until the die catches in here, and then I can move it because then the pressure from the rollers are actually taking over. And let's have a look. Did I do a good job? Yes, very nice. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Let's color. Bring in all my colors again. We'll start off with Shaded Spruce Light, and we're going to do the hay. Oop, there's a little hair. We're going to do the hay, which is now green, which is probably not what you want to sleep on, but I think it really pops, this little image. So, but you can color however you want. That's the cool thing about coloring. Okay, and then Soft Suede Light, going to come in and do the manger very easily. This is a small image to color, but since this is going to be your focal point, take your time and color it well. And then we'll come in and we're going to do Mary. We'll do her headscarf first. Oh, actually, I always like to do the faces first. So this is Petal Pink Dark, Joseph's face. And you can choose a different color for skin tone if you want. I like Petal Pink because it works well for this scene, but choose whatever color you like. Then we're going to do the headscarf, and we're going to use dark balmy blue for that. And I'm pretty much using all bullet tips, the side with the bullet tip, because it's such a small image. And then I'm going to come down here at the bottom and just get this last bit of the scarf right there. Let's do the hair. I'm going to use the dark soft suede. Okay. You know what? I didn't do Mary's neck. Right there. Okay. I think I've got everything going. Oh, and I forgot to do soft suede light. I forgot to do the staff. I figure it's a wooden staff, so I'm going to make it brown. All right, let's do Mary's robe, and this is Night of Navy Light. I'm just going to come in and color her whole robe. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with Cherry Cobbler Light and do Joseph's robe. So I know I colored the same way on all my videos this week, but it's once I get boring, once I have a color scheme that I like, I'm like, why reinvent the wheel? Just gonna keep doing it the same way. Also, the nice thing is that all of these things now match together, and so if you want to give it as a gift set, then you have everything matching, and so it looks nice. And if I do a group photo with all of the projects in one go, it looks really cool. Okay, I think I've got them all colored now. And I keep missing a little piece of Joseph's hair right at the top. It looks like he has like a gray spot right there. All right, let's move those aside. And when we're adding this, I'm just going to center. It's going to be right down here, right at the bottom, and centered from side to side. So I'm going to use Tombow again because Tombow will allow this to stick really well. And let's just see that I can center this. Let's go a little bit that way. And then press it down. Remember, vellum's a little slick, so don't press down too hard, otherwise it might slide and shift too much. So just kind of press it down. And there is our little tea light holder. And you can see, even though this piece actually is symmetrical, it's going to kind of push down this way and become the base. And then you just need your tea light. And I tested this out with a different tea light as well. These ones are a little taller because they've got the flickering flame. If you can find these ones, these are lovely. They look really pretty. But I have a shorter one as well. Let me grab it. This one, actually, I don't think it works anymore. It's like, it's not. Oh, look it does work. Oh, cool. I just had to press on it. This one's a color changing one. Those are cool too. But I don't know. I think the flickering one will work better. But you can see this one also will fit in there. You just press it down like that. It will fit in there. There's a little bit of a gap between that flame. So you can see, look at how pretty that is. Here, I'm going to have both of them going so you can kind of see. So this one, it has a bit of a crooked flame. So if you can like angle it like this going in, then it fits just a wee bit better. Okay. They slide in and out really easily. So there's the two of them. Oh, let's see if I can get them just for comparison's sake. Okay. And so it fits different kinds of tea lights. And those are the ones I have at home, so I hope tea lights are pretty standard. So I have a taller one and a shorter one. Look how cool that is. The one here, right here on the left, that has the glow of the changing light. And then we have the flickering one. It's kind of sweet, huh? All right, I'm coming back over to read the comments. Whoop, here we go. What do you guys think of that tea light holder? I had so many great compliments about the Moose Punch tea light holder I did last week. I think it inspired me to try another tea light holder. And if you're on this video this morning thinking, Moose Punch tea light holder, I have no clue what he's talking about. I want to know. So if you're interested in my Moose Punch tea light holder tutorial, all you need to do is just click on over to my blog. The link is down below. And in today's Nativity, Peaceful Nativity tea light holder blog post, I have a link over to my Moose Punch one as well, just in case that sparked interest from you. Good morning to everyone who's joining me this morning. The Bling Bling Crafter. I like that name. That's really cool. And Phyllis is here, and she says she's happy she caught me live. And you know, I am trying to go live at a consistent time every Friday on YouTube at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like my videos, just put a little reminder on there so that you can join me on Fridays. And then on Tuesdays, I'm live over on Facebook, same time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Oh, okay. So I do have Phyllis ask about this one. This one is a box and a tea light holder because there's vellum. So you can actually, so it's a box, so it opens. It's really cool. And then this one here is just, it's open, an open design. So yeah, this one could be used as a gift box. And I would also include the tea light inside. So you could put like candy in there or a small gift. So this one kind of is like a 2-in-1. I think, like, look at this one, or even this one here. I just love how this is color changing. Let me see if I can angle this. You can kind of see, it's so bright, shining into this morning. But can you just imagine, take a little hole punch up at the top, and then tie this with a little ribbon. And then this also can become a little ornament. So that would be really cute as a Christmas ornament as well. And this one, if you're using it as a gift box, probably not an ornament, but you could do this one as an ornament as well, but this is a little bigger. So, but this one will be, it will be a paid tutorial. So if you want to just get the tutorial, you can pay for it, or you can earn it for free with an order of $15 or more. So I always have to say 15, not 50, an order of $15 or more on my blog. And this one will be released on Monday. If you go ahead and make a purchase today, go ahead and do that, and just tell me that you want this tutorial sent to you on Monday, and I'll just send it to you as soon as I have it ready. And then you can have it right away. You don't have to wait till Monday for that one, unless you want to purchase it then on Monday. I'll also have a link for the purchase of the tutorial. Okay, I'm talking too much. Okay. The Bling Bling Crafter says it's cool enough here in Arkansas right now that your long sleeves are inviting. You know what? I am such a weirdo. I this shirt is like pretty thin. It's not thick at all, but it's weird because like our summers here up in Boston are not super long, but I really like long sleeves, and I actually also like turtlenecks, but right now that's overkill. But I actually like long sleeves because I don't like to be cold. Yeah, not me. And these are Cuddle Duds. I love Cuddle Duds shirts because they are so soft. So I'm pretty boring when it comes to my clothes. At least for my daily wear. Good morning, Bear Blue. Good to see you. Um, uh, she says, the nativity scene is always a favorite of mine. Those are beautiful. Thanks, Brenda. Thank you for being here this morning. And good morning, Janine. And thank you, Bling Bling Crafter. Thank you. I'm so glad that you love my videos. And I can't see all of you, of course, unless you leave me a comment, because the comments only show up if I can only see if you have a comments. But thank you so much for being here this morning. And don't forget, I am going to send out those 2 project sheets tomorrow for all my email list subscribers. It's very easy to get on my email list. Just look down below in the description of this video. And if you like my YouTube videos, make sure you look down for the little picture of me at the bottom and click on that, and that will allow you to subscribe to my channel. And if you also click on the bell, that will allow you to get notifications when I'm coming on live and when there's a new video. So, oh, and one more thing. Don't forget about our Designer Series paper sale that's going on right now. We have select Designer Series paper at 15% off. And if you click over from down below, click on Shop Now. If you go to that page, you'll be able to see which Designer Series papers are on sale for the month of October. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. And you know what I'm going to be working on this weekend? I'm going to be working on that new tutorial that I will release on Monday for you. All right, have a great weekend. Sunny skies, I hope. Take care. Bye-bye.